Hey, third grade, it's Mrs. Seals back for our next science lab. So before Thanksgiving break, we started our earth science and we were talking about slow changes that happen to the earth, such as weathering. We talked about quick or rapid changes that happen to the earth, such as earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, landslides, tsunamis, all those things. We're going to continue our earth science today by talking about what we call natural resources. So we're going to be discussing what we call the characteristics of natural resources. So your target says I can explore the characteristics of natural resources that make them useful in products and materials. So what is a natural resource? I'll give you a second to see if you can remember that word, that phrase, or those words. You have learned about natural resources in kindergarten, first and second grade. So hopefully you remember that a natural resource is something we use that comes from nature. Natural means from nature, resource is something we use. I will give you a second to see if you can think of some examples of natural resources. When you are ready, come back and we will discuss. Here are some that I came up with. There are others: rocks, water, soil, oil, sunshine and clouds, and plants and trees. All of these things come from nature and we use them in different ways. So today we're going to investigate the characteristics of these natural resources. So in other words, what are some natural resources and their characteristics that make them useful in products and materials? So in other words, for an example, cotton, which is a natural resource, it grows on a plant, is very soft and lightweight, so it is good to use for clothing because we want to wear clothes that are soft and lightweight. We wouldn't use wood, which is another natural resource, for clothing because it's not soft. It's very hard. It doesn't bend. It's not flexible. And it's not lightweight. So it wouldn't be very comfortable. So we're going to be discussing how the characteristics of 4 different natural resources help us decide how we use them and what kinds of things we make out of them. So we're going to be looking at wood. And while wood is a natural resource, this particular piece of wood has been treated. So this did come from a tree, but this piece has been treated and made soft and able to use. And then we have cotton. This is a cotton ball. Again, a cotton ball is something we make out of cotton. Rocks, and soil. So we're going to be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different characteristics of each of these natural resources and seeing if we can decide how that makes them useful. So let's talk about wood. First thing I want to know about wood is wood flexible? Flexible means, does it bend easily? And wood is definitely not flexible. It does not bend easy. So I'm going to put an X in that one. Is wood soft? Definitely not soft. Is it sturdy? Now, sturdy means, is it very strong? Is it durable? Is it able to hold up a lot? And I would say it is, right? Wood is very strong. That's why we are able to build houses and buildings and things with it and build stuff out of it because it is sturdy. Is wood waterproof? Wood is not naturally waterproof, but it can be made waterproof by using something called, what's it called? A stain. It's like a clear paint that you paint on it to make it waterproof. So no, it's not naturally waterproof. It's not really lightweight. Wood is pretty heavy. It's not elastic. Elastic means it can stretch easily. It's not shiny. And it's naturally not smooth. Again, this piece has been treated and made smooth, but if I were to just get some wood off of a tree, it wouldn't be smooth. So we said that wood is sturdy. So let's think, how do we use wood? Since wood is very sturdy or strong, what are some things we can use wood for? I'll give you a second to see what you can come up with. And then I'll tell you that wood is used for building. Inside of homes and schools and buildings, we have what's called the frame of the house. In other words, what's underneath the walls, and it is made out of wood because wood is very strong and sturdy. We can also make furniture out of wood, like tables and things like that, because it's very sturdy. All right, so the characteristics of wood help us determine what it's used for. Since it's very sturdy, it's good for building with and making furniture. The next natural resource we're going to look at is cotton. Here's a cotton ball. So is cotton flexible? Can it bend easy? It can. I can easily bend it. Is cotton soft? Cotton is very soft. Is cotton sturdy? Not so much. It's not very strong. It can't hold up a lot of weight. Is cotton waterproof? No, cotton is not waterproof. Cotton is very lightweight, though. It's not heavy. Is it elastic? I would say to a certain extent, you can kind of stretch it out a little bit. It's not shiny, and it's pretty smooth. So we said cotton is flexible, soft, lightweight, pretty stretchy, and smooth. I'll give you a second to think about what we can use cotton for, how cotton is useful based on those characteristics. So when you're done, come back, and I will tell you that cotton is used for clothing. All of our shirts and socks and some pants that you wear are all made out of cotton because it is very soft and lightweight and flexible. A lot of our sheets and pillowcases and blankets and things like that are made of cotton, again, because it's very lightweight and soft. What else is made from cotton? Well, cotton balls that we use maybe to take off makeup or to put on makeup, cotton balls are useful because they're soft. All right, so let's compare wood and cotton. We said wood was sturdy, but it's not flexible or soft. So does that make sense now why we make clothes and blankets and sheets out of cotton and not wood? Can you imagine wearing a shirt made out of wood all day? That would be extremely uncomfortable, wouldn't it? You wouldn't be able to move because wood is not flexible at all, and it's a lot heavier than cotton. All right, next one is a rock. Rocks are not flexible. Rocks are not soft. Rocks are definitely sturdy. Rocks are pretty waterproof. Over millions of years, that can change, but they definitely are fine with a rainstorm. Rocks are not lightweight. Rocks are not elastic. They don't stretch. Rocks can be shiny, so I'll put, a question mark because some rocks are shiny. This one is not, but rocks can be. And rocks can also be smooth. This rock is not, but some can be. So we said rocks are sturdy, they're waterproof, they can be shiny, and they can be smooth. So go ahead and take a second. Based on those characteristics, how would we use rocks? Rocks are definitely used for building. Bricks are made out of rocks. Homes and schools and buildings are made out of rocks. Since rocks are very sturdy and strong, crushed up rocks are used to create streets and roads and sidewalks and driveways and parking lots in cement or concrete. We also, since some rocks are pretty and shiny, we can make jewelry out of them, like with some of the prettier, shinier gemstones. Chalk is also made from rocks. Okay. And then our last natural resource we're going to look at is soil. This one's trickier. Soil, is it flexible? This particular soil is not very flexible, but if I had clay soil that was wet, I could definitely bend it. So it can be flexible. It can be soft. It's not actually clay soil can be very sturdy. When it hardens, it can be used to make bricks and homes and things too. It's not waterproof, but again, once it dries and hardens, it can be. Is it lightweight? Not really. Is it elastic? Not really. Not shiny, not smooth. So, soil is used for growing plants, making homes for animals and insects. Also, as I told you before, so clay soil can be used when clay soil gets wet, it gets very thick and sticky, and it can be used to create pottery like cups and bowls and plates. And some cultures even use clay soil to build homes because when it dries, it's very hard and sturdy. So I hope you had fun looking at some different natural resources and thinking about their characteristics and how we use them. I will see you next time. Bye, guys.